We ain't gonna tiptoe around the issues.
Remember, we don't do woulda, shoulda, coulda, what up in here.
Barbecue and mildew time. Let's go. We ain't gonna tiptoe around the issues. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Larry. This is the Dixon Way, all about the 8 Sports Talk. We give you that fire commentary, all our favorite sports teams. Braves, Hawks, Falcons, Bulldogs, and my wife's Gators. I appreciate all y'all coming through, man. As we bathe through the salt of Georgia losing the SEC championship, Atlanta Hawks had the week was, oh man. We'll get into it. Atlanta Hawks, unfortunately, they're back in this seesaw effect. And this is Hawks in Review, Atlanta Hawks in Review, week number 6, guys. Yep. So, what's up, Daniel Berry? I see you, fam. Welcome back to the stream. It's time for you. Raymond Sawers, what's up, fam? I see you. What's going on? This is something for you. Appreciate you coming through. Yes, sir. Glenn said I'm on early, man. I always do Falcon Review early. Oh, actually, I'm doing an hour later. I normally put it on at 4 o'clock. Appreciate you coming in, Glenn. I see you on TikTok. So, yeah, we got the in-season tournament game at 7:30 between Boston and Indiana. But right now, we're going to talk about this Hawks week in review. As the Atlanta Hawks, we go to the schedule. We won the games we were supposed to. We lost the games that were tough games. That's pretty much how I can say it. Now, I feel like we should have beat Cleveland, but we didn't play like it. We didn't play like it. So, we were 2-1 once again. 2 losses, 1 win. I felt like we should have beat Cleveland. We were in the game until we wasn't. Let's go ahead and get in this, man. Because this was the most infuriating game to me. Well, yeah, it was. We had no business losing this game, actually. If you really want to count it, Sunday, really. But Sunday, that was a part of my last review. So Tuesday, against the Cavaliers. Oh, man, come on, man. Let's get back to this. So I really want to go over this game because it was quite frustrating how we lost this game. There we go. Now, it really wasn't that bad until. Whoa. Sorry about that. What in the world? Let's mute that. Like in the first quarter, we were winning. Then we sat Trae Young down, and everything went to ish, man. And it got so bad. Like in the fourth quarter, we just gave up. We only scored 15 points, and this is what I wanted to talk about. This is the first time I saw us quit. We quit. That was very disheartening. When you only score 15 points in a quarter, man, that's what you did in the fourth quarter. You were ready to get out of Cleveland, basically. Hey, Robert, appreciate that follow on TikTok. Welcome to the Dixon Way family. Get on that train, shawty, all aboard. Appreciate you. Bogdanovich led the team in scoring with 18 points. Donovan Mitchell did whatever he wanted to, had 40 points. No one on the court could check him. Glenn said, thanks for taking Capella off my hands. You guys used them up. All right, so we had DeAndre Hunter being the lead scorer in that game. Yeah, Sadiq Bey, decent game, but rebounding was down. Clint Capella, 14 points. And all but 2 of those points came in the first 5 minutes of the game. All of those came within 5 minutes of the game. So, because they weren't checking him and Trey was dishing it off and dropping dimes to him, and he was making his layups or alley-oops. But after that, he was non-existent on offense. But you already got 14 from him, so you really want the rebounds. That's where you really want them at. And this game showed why we missed Jalen Johnson. We didn't have anyone else that could switch on Spider when they do DeAndre Hunter and, Trae Young pick and roll or something like that. Or actually, Trey was trying to take a charge. He actually was moving his feet in this game. Horrible shooting night by Trey, though. He had 13 points. This was probably his worst game of the season. 13 points, 10 assists, 3 for 14, 2 for 8. He kept shooting. Unlike other games where he said, hey, I ain't got it. Then we dish it off to other guys. Other guys weren't hit either. So he was forcing it. And it was just all the way bad. And DeJounte been up and down this season. David said the Hawks Nets should be good. Yeah. I think the Hawks versus the Nets should be good. Those teams are real similar, real similar. Let's see. So, yeah, this game was a comedy of errors. Jared Allen was down there. They were afraid to drive to the basket, too, with Jared Allen down there. And Mobley was dominating the glass against us. And I watched a lot of Cleveland games this year, man, and he has looked like a fish out of water when he had to play the center role. But now he's back at the power forward. He's dominating smaller players. He had 17 and 19. He totally dominated the game in the paint. He had more rebounds than both of my centers combined. They had 18 rebounds, 9 apiece. He had 19. He dominated whoever he was playing against. So, yeah. Basically a game that you would just go ahead, take the stat sheet, shoot in the trash can like you're shooting basketball, and move on. Because that was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Can't really wash that stain out your mouth. All right, so we'll leave that Cleveland game. See, and this is what I don't like, man. These one win, 2 losses, or 2 wins, 1 loss weeks. We need to string together some victories, man. The dang on Orlando Magic's one of the top team in the East right now, early on. We're not that far back from a lot of teams. We just got to string some dang on wins together, man. I think a lot of this talk about Trey Young and, give DeJounte the keys has simmered down ever since Trey Young done got hot. Now, this wasn't one of the games. This is one of the few games. Though that game was one of the few games he had a bad game in this stretch run. All right. Then we go to the Spurs, which almost infuriated me because we almost lost to this dreadful team. We pulled this out by the skin of our teeth, right? And Victor was doing his thing, but like literally Trae Young had to have one of them old school Trae Young games to win this game. He has 45 points. You know what I'm saying? Like he carried this team on his back. And we were losing to this team in the first quarter by 9 points. I was utterly disgusted, man. I sat here, we are losing to this team at halftime. I was disgusted. We literally had to pull a rabbit out of our hats to beat the Spurs. But yeah, great game by Trae Young, man. He did it all. And Jeremy Sochan, who cannot shoot, was shooting against us. Our perimeter defense is trash, man. All right, shout out to Demond for We Talk ATL Hawks. He was at the game with his son, and they kept showing him on the on Bally's, the telecast. He was pretty much. He said it was a lot more Hawks fans in there, but they kept showing him and his son. So. What's up, Michael? Yeah, Georgia fell short. Here's what it is. You got to win your game. You don't win the game, take it out of the ref's hand. That's their fault. Now, Trey didn't have a good game shooting a three, but other than that, he was attacking at 45 points and 14 steals, 4 rebounds and 2 steals. 14 assists and 2 steals. Like, he did it all in this game. And had the game-winning, the game-winning charge. So, yeah. Really can't say bad things about it. And DeJounte had a good game in this game. So, what I will say is Clint Capella didn't get in double figures and rebounding again. He had 12 points, 9 rebounds. So 9 rebounds is decent, but Clint Capella, we need you to get 10, 11, or 12 rebounds, sir. That's your job. Yucca Congo had a decent game, too. He had 11 points and 8 rebounds. But no boxing out. I don't know, man. I know people want to go with a Yucca Congo as a starting center. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see him as a center in the NBA. And Victor Wembanyama had 21. Keldon Johnson, who's basically a muscular version of DeJounte Murray, had 22. And then Sochan, who can't shoot, was hitting threes and driving to the basket unabated. He only missed 2 shots, guys. And it wasn't 3 points. He only missed 2 shots that game. I almost messed around and had a 30-point triple-double. So, yeah, it was all kind of bad. He was doing everything he wanted to do. So, we escaped that and win. A win is a win, I understand, but that was an escape. That was Houdini act right there. So, we move on over to our nemesis, Milwaukee. Now, most people would think that Milwaukee gonna beat us. We always play Milwaukee close. Good. We play our best against Milwaukee. And when we came out, man, we were a house on fire. We scored 42 points in the first quarter. We clicking. Let's go. We winning at halftime. All right, let's go. And then no, we're barely down by halftime. Excuse me, we're barely down by halftime. And then the third quarter was closer. And then the fourth quarter, we just went cold, man. Just went cold. The referees absolutely shut us down in this game, man. This was a referee assist if I ever seen one. It literally was moments that the Hawks were about to gain momentum. Like, we scored 35 in the third. We easily could have scored 45 in that quarter. But there were calls that were not made, and ones or even continuation fouls that the ball was just taken out of bounds. They really killed momentum and kept Milwaukee in it. And then the fourth quarter, it just was touch foul here on the Hawks. Hawks get hacked, no call, they go down, lay it up again. We get attacked, arguing calls. It's just snowball effect. So yeah. Bucks won, they had home court advantage. Is what it is. Trey with another good game. 32 points. Like I said, they saw a hard double teaming Trey. And then you got to find someone else who can, produce. Was this when DeAndre Hunter got kicked out? No. He didn't get kicked out this game. Had too many minutes. Well, yeah, Saddiq Bey played well in this game. Clint Capella had a great rebounding game. Like, this is the Clint Capella game I want to see. 10 points, 17 rebounds. They don't have to be 17 rebounds every game. But I need to see at least, I don't know, man. I need to see at least 13 rebounds from Clint Capella. 12, 13, 11. I should not be seeing 7, 8 rebounds for Clint Capella. Because you're not going to make that up with scoring. I need you to get them rebounds and get the ball out. Yeah, Trey had 32 and 12 assists, 2 steals. And then Trey is top 10 in steals this season. Great game by Trey and DeJounte. And you never see, like, this is the thing what coach has to figure out. How to be able to get Trey and DeJounte playing great in the same game consistently. We got it here, but we still lost. The Yucca Congo was cardio. 5 points and 4 rebounds, dude. You didn't even play in the game. But yes, you did. You played 27 points. 27 minutes. All right, Bogey. Bogey couldn't find it in the second half. So, yeah. But Saddiq Bey came in and kind of offset the bad 3-point shooting by him. So, yeah. I don't know, man. I think we got frustrated. And by near the end of the game, we just started hucking up threes, to be honest. It really did. All right, so 1-2 again during the week. One game under 500. Basically, I might as well get a grade right now, man. The grade is a C minus, almost a D. Deep. Oh, I'll say C minus in the first quarter. Nah. I can't give him a C minus. They had some good win. I mean, winning over Orlando now seems like a really. See, that's why I say C minus. Because we beat Minnesota after being down by 27 to that team. That's one of the best teams in the West. One of the best teams in the NBA in this first quarter of the season. And we came back on that team. We came back and beat the Orlando Magic. who is the surprise of the Eastern Conference right now, leading our division in Southeast Division. Real good quality wins. But the problem is we can't play any defense. We're horrible at rebounding. And we try to shoot out instead of. Yeah, we blew out the Bucks in the first game. Or was basically working them the entire game. What's up, Byron Mobley? How you doing, man? Welcome back to the stream. I see you on TikTok. What's going on, fam? Oh, my bad. I need to go to the schedule. Let me go to the full schedule. There's Boston and Indiana playing tonight. It's the in-season tournament knockout round. We'll be doing that tournament. We'll be doing that game. We're not going to do the New Orleans and Sacramento. That's at 10 o'clock. But at 7:30, we'll be doing live broadcasting, play-by-play for Boston versus Indiana Pacers. Yeah, another team. And Indiana ain't number 2 games ahead of us. But again, that's one of the games I felt like we should have won. What's up, Mono Bear? I see you, man. Yeah, me too. Me too, Mono Bear. We stuck in this just being mid, man. We can score like anything. And this is my question right now. What has Coach Quinn improved on this team? That's my question. Going into our 20th game, that'll be the quarter mark of the season, because the season ain't number 82 games. So we're going to give a letter grade for every 20 games to see how we improve. Or do we stay the same? Last year, we were the same. But we got some good wins on this. Oh, you're a Celtic fan? Okay, well, that'll be a game for you then. You guys on the road, too. I think the Pacers were the number 1 team in the East in the in-season tournament. So yeah, look at that. On back-to-back nights, we beat Milwaukee. Like, we had a 4-game win streak, and after that, we didn't have any more. And I thought this was going to be the start of us not being mid. But no. I thought that run right there was going to be the start of us not being mid. We lost our first 2 games and then won 4 in a row. We lost our first 2 games against Charlotte and the Knicks. And then we had Milwaukee on the road. We came in there and we blew doors out on them. Most complete game of the season by a team until we played against Minnesota on a back-to-back and came home, and we were down by 27 and ended up blowing them out by 14 at the end of the game. DeJounte Murray with the best game of his career as a Falcon. As a Hawk. With 41 points. Beat Washington, beat New Orleans, in New Orleans, then Miami Heat without Jimmy Butler. That was disheartening. That was a disheartening loss right there. Come back, beat Detroit, and then we lost 3 in a row. New York, Philly, Indiana. Indiana, we gave up 157 points. We scored 152. Then we beat Brooklyn and Washington as we should. Then we lost to Boston. I felt like we could have beat Cleveland, but we quit in the fourth quarter. We flat out quit. We beat San Antonio. We lost to Milwaukee. And that's where we're at right now, guys. That's where the season at right now. Our next game is going to be against the Brooklyn Nets. And that'll officially be our our quarter point. Now, the last time we played against them, we won in overtime by 2 points. Trae Young had 43 points to beat that team. And we're at home again, so at least that's good. But yeah, Mono Bear says, praying we go on another win streak. I'm serious, man. It got to start. Let's look at the schedule because. What's up, Caleb? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream on TikTok. I see you. It's sounding for you. Appreciate you coming through. This is the Hawks weekend review, week number 6. And the Hawks on that mid-train again. They 9-10. Hate to see it. All right, so this is the Hawks next 5 games, guys. Eastern Conference done got better, man. You either get better or you go to the wayside. All right. We got Brooklyn. We must beat Brooklyn. We're at home. We got to win this. Then we go to Philly on Friday. Then we come home on Monday, play against the world champs. Then we're going to be in Toronto for 2 days. We're going to play on Wednesday. And we're going to stay there and play on Friday. 2 games in Toronto on back-to-back, but not back-to-back days, but back-to-back games. We did this last season. And then off that Friday game, we got a Saturday game with Cleveland. At Cleveland. So we're going to have a little 3-game road trip, but really it's just going to be two-city road trip. So we got Brooklyn, Philly, Denver, Toronto twice. Hopefully when we go to Toronto, they could just slide Pascal Siakam over here with some kind of trade. I heard that the trade talks are continuing between the Hawks and the Raptors. I think the main sticking point is they're trying to convince Pascal to re-sign with the Hawks. If you give up assets and draft picks, you got to have a guarantee this dude's going to come back around, at least for a 3-year deal. So yeah, that Brooklyn 76ers, hey guys, I'm going to tell you right now, don't be surprised if we go 0-3 if we don't play our best basketball. We're about to go up against the 2 top duos in the NBA. You got Maxey and Joel Embiid, which they handled us in the in-season tournament game at the crib. And then we got Denver coming in with Jamal Murray and Jokic. Probably the best chemistry-wise 1-2 punch in the NBA. They won the championship with it. So, and then Toronto always play us tough. Mono Bear says, Nets game last month was a roller coaster ride. Lucky Trey pulled it out. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was an overtime win that we won by 2. So we're gonna try to outscore people, man. We need everybody hitting their buckets when people, DeJounte pass it, get it to an open man. Trae Young pass it open, get it to an open man. And they got to find their shots also. So, because defensively, we just don't have the personnel to play the defense that we all want our team to be able to do. We just don't. They just don't have it in them. We can talk about defense till the cows come home, guys. We don't have the personnel to run defense. Not consistently. You can see it on spurts, but consistently, we don't have the just in my opinion, we don't have the manpower to play middle of the pack defense. And that's sad, but that's what it is. That's how this team is built. We looking at you, Landry Fields. What's up, Vigilant? How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, Denver and Philly games are going to be super tough. Then after that, you got Cleveland at Cleveland, then Detroit, then Houston, then at Miami, Memphis, who's down this year, so hopefully we can get that win. Then at Chicago, they super down. They got a garage sale going. Sacramento, which is going to be hard at home. Then Washington, easy dub. I mean, I'm still looking for a patch of games that's going to be easy. And TNT got us against Victor Wembanyama on TNT. Wow. That's crazy. Of course, they're going to have the Dallas and Hawks game on NBA TV. Of course. Why wouldn't they? All right, so I'm looking at the stretch of games right now, man. And we only one game below 500. Playing that tightrope like we did last season, guys. The exact same on tightrope we were on, just being one game above, even at 500, or one game below 500. And me personally, I don't want to be on that seesaw. Now, Maddie said Detroit. Yeah, I know Detroit way down, man. You know, so I can't say I'm happy I'm not the Pistons. But again, if you're thinking about a team, you already got your guy in Cade Cunningham. If you believe Cade Cunningham is the man, you would rather be where you guys are and keep trying to get picks. It sucks. You don't want to be where the Hawks at, who's just missing the playoffs, or just making the playoffs through the play-in. And that's purgatory. You need a pick that could change your team. You got your franchise player, but you still ain't got his Robin. Hell, you don't even know if Trey is a real Batman or not. Or is he Nightwing? You feel me? Michael Richardson, appreciate that follow on TikTok. Welcome to the Dixway family. Let me give you this train shout out. All aboard. We need defenders, man. It's what's stopping us. I agree. I said last year, if we could package a draft pick and maybe DeAndre Hunter to get Herb Jones. And people will say, well, that's a lateral. Herb Jones don't have as much offensive talent as DeAndre Hunter. No, he don't. But he's a much better defender. He's a second-team All-NBA defender. He's a legit defender, lockdown perimeter defender. We don't have that on this team. DeAndre Hunter is a good defender. Herb Johnson is one of the best, I would say, like top 10 perimeter defenders in the NBA. I'll let him take corner threes. We got another offense. Eventually, we're going to try to build this team right. I don't know, man. Do you guys think I'm out of line? Oh, I would love OG Anunoby, but they're asking for so much from him. They're asking more for OG than Siakam. Because OG contract ain't as bad. But I think OG going into contract year. So I think they've been basically talking themselves out of trading OG. I don't know why they're going to keep him. I mean, they got Scotty Barnes. That's kind of redundant, to be honest. But again, we need a wing like that, or we need another wing that can actually score. So I'm going to go back to New Orleans and say B.I. The problem is New Orleans is actually playing well, and they're in the in-season tournament knockout round. They're still in the tournament. So players I want, them teams ain't really looking to get up off of them, but they're having a good season. So that's why I turn my gaze upon Toronto and trying to get Pascal Siakam or OG Anunoby. Good call out, Michael. I agree with you. You said after the Braves took my favorite player, I'm converting to a Braves fan. Oh, you must be a Seattle fan. Who you talking about, Diesel? I know they just made a trade in winter ball. Yeah. Yeah, they just got him. Well, here's the thing, man. He has a lot of potential, but that kind of showed me we ain't in the Shohei business. That trade right there made me, we ain't in the Shohei business, man. That's the type of move we gonna make. A low risk, high reward situation. We didn't give up nobody significant in our farm yard. You know. All right. So with the Atlanta Hawks, this is this string of games right here, guys. We're 9-10 right now. This string of games right here that I got highlighted is going to make or break our season. You heard it here first. This is probably the easiest part of our schedule right here that I'm showing you right now. Brooklyn, Philly, Denver. Philly and Denver are going to be hard. So if we're lucky, we'll be 1-2. But I know Brooklyn wants some get back, and they didn't even have Cam Thompson. He might be back for this game. Who was the leading vote getter for most improved player until he got hurt. He dropped, 45 and 50 points early this season? A guy I did want the Hawks to draft over Jalen, but I like Jalen Johnson now. Hopefully his wrist heals up. He's back in the lineup soon. But we definitely miss him. And surprisingly, we miss him defensively. Very underrated defense, but you notice it's going when he's not there. Yeah, Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Toronto 2 times, Cleveland, you get your get back. And Detroit and Houston. If they don't go 6-2 on this run right here, it's going to be some serious problems. If the Hawks don't go 6-2 on this road, out of this stretch, that I got up on the screen right here. You got Brooklyn, the Sixers, Denver. Okay, you might come out of that 1-2. Then you got Toronto, 2 times in Toronto, Cleveland, and then Detroit and Houston. Am I wrong to think that we should go 6-2 on that? Mono Bear said Jalen is deeply missed. Yeah, he really is. He really is. And not just his scoring and stuff like that. His outside, his backside defense on blocking shots is really good. And his playmaking and pushing the ball up the court is excellent. One thing we never had out of the power forward position. So it opens up another dynamic of our offense. Makes us very hard to defend when he brings up the ball. Because he got options, you know. Yeah, this is the critical part of the season, guys, right here. We need a run right here, guys. After we play Denver, we need to run off 5 straight games. And we would still only be 3 games over 500. Mono Bear said I could see at least 6 dubs. That's what I'm saying, man. You look at that schedule right there. You can't get 6 dubs out of the next 8 games. Some moves might need to be made. Some moves that Hawks fans are not going to like. Because I can't really sit here and say with full confidence that we're ever going to get out of this midness. This just being leveling around or living around 500. Never getting any head of steam. Never getting any momentum. Never playing with any kind of consistency. And that's what you did last season. You were consistent at being inconsistent. The first team in NBA history to play the entire, second half, like over 25 to 30 games where you just stayed one game below at or one game above 500. Hey, it's almost impossible if that's what you did. And unfortunately, in the first 20 games, you are following that same pattern as last year. So you really didn't make any significant moves with the roster. So our gamble, either the GM or the owner, was Coach Snyder can coach the guys up to be better than what they normally would be. As of right now, the record states we're the same team as we was last year. Now, we may win in different ways, new different ways, or lose in new different ways, but we're still losing. Something got to change, bro. This team is failing Trae Young right now. They are. They are failing him. Go to the NBA. Look at the standings, man. Look at this. Look where the Hawks at, guys. Right back where we belong. I mean, we lost convincingly to the Charlotte Hornets. They only got 6 wins. One of the 6 wins they have on this season was against us. Yeah, man. Orlando is the second best team Well, tied with Milwaukee for the second best team in the East. Now, the good thing is, you win 4 games in a row, you right up there in the top 4. But we got to see that. You see what I'm saying? You win 4 in a row, and guys in front of you lose, you can creep up. But again, your record is worse than Brooklyn, worse than Cleveland. Miami handles you without Jimmy Butler, so we just got to play better, bro. We got to. All right. Since ain't nobody really here to get on collab cam, we're gonna end that right now, man. Like I said, we're gonna have a double hitter. We had this show today, and then we got the in-season tournament knockout round between the Celtics and Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers are hosting it also, since they had the best record in the East during the in-season tournament. They were 3-0. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, you guys will come back for the in-season tournament game. And yeah, as always, let's go Hawks. We need to turn this thing around, man, because this is ridiculous. We got to turn this thing around. And as always, peace up. A-Town down. Deuces.